beautiful one. Once upon a time there was a queen, in love with regality whose poison could not easily be detected. Moonbeams drowned in moonshine. She bathed in her sweat between each passionate liaison, a bed of crushed jasmine petals, natural minerals sabotaging good behavior. She collapsed into his rays as if they were dough, under his spell, a hostage to his amorous exchanges. Her cheeks puffed like fried dumplings after every kiss. In the midst of their desire, they radiated joy. Only the thinnest canoes could navigate between a union prophesized. Her lips mated fancy whenever he enticed her to come outside, manipulating their sanctuary to spend time together in the afternoons. Lover's remorse whenever they had to leave. The more she escaped to him, the more she blossomed. He gave her the energy to embrace her woman. Her grace was a passport that could take her more places a First World One ever could. Her character could shield a catcaller's hit, rebound it back to a prostate that never would. Under her hemline was a land with a gold mine, polished with molasses that ran through her bloodline. Her jawline was a coastline that caused a shipwreck each time, her mouth lined with more O's than a valentine. Once upon a time there was a queen, ambushed in a sensational affair, negotiating the safety of her queendom to rhapsodize in his shine. She saw no reason to appeal her irritation, ablaze in his aura. She had already witnessed foliage bowing on returning from daily rituals with him. Her flowering reef overcast and malnourished by riots against her temperament. Not to be excused. Riots against her temperament, sorry. Her flowering reef overcast and malnourished by riots against her temperament. Scandalous, for majestically influencing others born under the same birthright. Love loose and exposed for the world to see a superficial crisis. Stress over a burst acquis or a pebble that strayed from the dirt. Her, they knew they could never be together for too long. Assaults had already been made during their intimacy. Spectators not used to beaming radiance became impatient with the grotesque love affair. Zealous threats meddling with his mating calls. Not to be disheartened, he intensified his hot-blooded, skin-piercing demands. The gradients that carried her pupils swelled each time he drew breath on her eyelids. Reactionary attempts soon followed to blame it on anything. Blame it on the work, blame it on paradise, blame it on her style, blame it on the sunshine. Their lust was condemned, a cesspool of sin, inventing testimonies about why she could not love him, inundating her with obscene labels, mistaking her happiness for temerity. Blame it on the boogie, blame it on the soccer, blame it on the palm trees, blame it on the water. Excuses could no longer shroud repulsed attitudes. She been rebuked, chastised, criticized, no longer glamorized. Jealousy and grievances always set to stultify. Is she such a nuisance that makes her love so wicked? Cocoa butter souvenir, papaya bruised to the seeds. Dirty woman, filthy woman, crude woman, ugly woman. Once upon a time there was a queen, forbidden from loving an old flame. Lust overcame her each time he was near. His severe fixation with her was uncontrollable. How dare she threaten ideology by having a love so pure? Banished from her throne, they used her beloved's gaze to melt her crown. I saw the whole thing. I saw how they scorned her, chased her into the shadows. Fallacious judgment condemning romantic longevity. Is this how they would one day treat me? Restrain my critique, reprimand me for rubbing him on my body like a talisman. Ointment for ancestral pride. I shudder at the repetition of malicious hype, witnessed time and time again from my childhood eyes. A queen dethroned to a gutter snipe. When any woman has a sinful or spectacular relationship with the sun, she is never allowed to be victorious or arise as the beautiful one. Now, I'm in love with him too. And I want my crown back.